Tessa, tell everybody here at this table in the world how you hold crayons.
Listen, we found out tonight while trying out different pens and stuff. I was talking about crayons, and I was like, okay, yeah, but like crayons are nice and everything, but then they all snap in half. And apparently that is not a universal experience. So we got some crayons to practice, and I hold it like, how do I explain this? Where like my pointer finger is on the crayon, and then my thumb closes completely on it, and then I hold it where the tip would be flat and color like as hard as I can, and apparently that's what causes it to break in half.
You don't hold a crayon, you clamp a crayon.
That is a good explanation.
Tessa holds a crayon like she's about to murder a man in his sleep.
But the color comes out really vibrant and
Have
wonderful.
Have you ever had carpal tunnel?
I mean, I have rheumatoid arthritis.
That's the same.
I think it's because of the crayons.
That's what Kari said earlier. You can't make the same joke.
Yeah, but that wasn't a mic, so I said about it.
He got it. It was on mic.
Anyways, it's fine. I'm fine. I just don't color with crayons because I ruin everyone.
Yeah, it's fine. Just give Tessa those giant chunky toddler crayons.
Oh no,
because those are the ones that she can't
awful.
break.
Yeah.
No, my hands would hurt so bad. Hello friends, my name is Tessa Wolford, and you're listening to Misconceptions, the Maple Valley Chronicles.
The city of Maple Valley. Looking at it now, you wouldn't even know this city used to be run by gangs. The good people of this town used to go out every night with the expectation of meeting a grisly end. That was a long time ago, though. Most folks now think of Maple Valley as heaven on earth. It may have cleaned up a bit since then, but don't be fooled by its pretty cleaned up face. Maple Valley is still one hell of a place to live. People in this town still got secrets. They still got vices. And that's just what the sleepers, the people who can't really see the reality of the city, can see. They can't see the reincarnated god riding the monorail next to them, or the blood-sucking creature of the night that they cross paths with every day. That's all covered up by the mist. So yeah, Maple Valley's still got lots of secrets. Some of them dangerous. And if you go pulling at that thread, you might not like what you find. So I guess my question to you is, do you really want to risk losing everything you know to learn what you don't?
So as this episode of Maple Valley Chronicles opens, we see Maple Valley situated along the curving Serpentine River, the beautiful Pacific Northwest mountains and trees surrounding it, and we see just a dense fog kind of settling into the crook of this valley. And we see dark clouds hanging overhead, and we see rains just raining down on Maple Valley. But as these rains kind of pour down across Maple Valley, where do we go to first?
You come up on the kindled nook, and inside you see Ada sitting at her desk, and she has paper and pen out, and she is clearly writing a letter. And I think the camera kind of comes over her shoulder so you can see what she's writing, and you hear in her voice, "Dear Ever, please come to the shop this evening for our weekly book club meeting. Can't wait to catch up. See you soon, Ada." And I fold it. I do the trifold. And I put it in the envelope. And I flip it over, and there's not an address, it's just a name. And then I write my note to Dante with the same languaging. Then you hear like the bell above the door go like ring. And a like courier walks in, and I hand them the letters to go to Everett and Dante.
Okay. And that courier kind of tips his little newsy hat, because of course all couriers wear a newsy hat, stuffs it in his side saddle bags, or his messenger bag, I guess you would call it, and then he just jaunts out into the rain and kind of puts his hand in his pockets and kind of starts walking down the street. Where does he go first?
You see the movement go to Ever's home. She's there for spring break. The van is parked outside at the front, and as the courier walks up to the door and knocks, Jack and Liam come running to the front door and open it widely, expecting some of their friends, and you hear Everett from the back yell, "Hey! Don't open the door for just anyone!" And footsteps as she gets closer. Jack and Liam are whining like, want to hang out with our friends, and talking to each other. And Ever says, "May I help you?"
Oh yeah, I got a letter for an Ever Bundt.
Yeah, that's me.
There you go.
Okay, thanks. And Ever just shuts the door.
Where's my tip?
No, Ever doesn't know about that. And turns around and opens it, reads, "Cordially invited to the book club this week. I guess it's finally time." Folds up the invite, puts it in her backpack. "Boys, come on, let's go get some food, and then I gotta go later." And walks out to the van with her brothers.
Okay. And we see Ever get in the van pulls out. We hear the bumping hip-hop music inside the van as you kind of back up out of the driveway and drive down. And as you're driving down, we see from the back, we see like this person with a leather vest on, a motorbike kind of pulled up next to the street. We don't see the face, we just see them from behind as you go down the street, and they are watching that house in that van. So where does the courier go next?
He goes to Dante's apartment. Inside the apartment, I guess everything's dark. You just see the curtains all closed with barely any light going through. Everything looks dark, all over the place, very disheveled. And all you see is like the light coming from Dante's laptop. As he's sitting hunched over on his desk, just doing something on his laptop. And then you hear the knock on the door from the courier, and he approaches the door, opens the door just slightly with the chain on the door still attached. But like whenever the door opens, the courier can't really see or tell anything on the inside. It just looks like a void, just dark. And he says, "How may I help you?"
Yeah, I have a letter here for a Dante Nyx.
I guess Dante just reaches out his hand, but it looks kind of like a disembodied hand, coming
it just
from
appears.
like just the darkness.
Yeah. He puts the letter in the palm of your hand.
And, like, he just retreats and closes the door.
What about my tip?
The door slightly opens and the hand sort of appears again with like money.
He gladly takes it. "Finally, got my tip." And he puts it in his pocket, puts his hands in his pocket, and starts whistling and walking away down the way. Dante, as you shut that door, do you read the letter? Do you have any reaction to it?
I guess, yeah, in the dark, Dante looks at who the letter is addressed from, sees that it was sent from Ada, and a chill goes up his spine, and he just sets it on the table, not able to read it quite yet. But I guess just a few steps away from it, just in the dark, just staring at this letter, like dreading what it could say.
Mm-hmm. I think you get a text on your phone, and it's from Luca. Luca has texted you lots of times since you announced that you were going on your mid-semester leave, because they are going to be taking over your class in your absence. And so they've been texting you questions, like asking you where materials are and what they need to prepare for. Have you answered any of these texts, or do we see like all of them pop up like unread on your screen?
He has answered here and there, but not consistently, and hasn't been of much help. But let's say that is what he was working on his laptop, just a couple of slides to send over just to have it done with. But he hasn't been a great communicator throughout this process.
Okay. Yeah, we just see a text from Luca asking what the reading is for after spring break when the students come back. And then we leave that scene. Where do we go next?
I think it cuts back to the Kindle Nook now, and you see that Ada has like arranged the furniture for the book club. She has like set out snacks. Like, she's clearly like nervously prepared for this. Like, she's like going around and like refluffing the pillow and like all this stuff, and she just has a nervous or an anxious edge about her as she waits for them to arrive.
You hear the ding, and Ever walks in. Hey.
Oh, I'm so glad you're here.
Oh, hi. Okay. This is unusual.
Yeah.
Are you okay? Is he here?
No.
Okay. And Ever's shoulders like relax, and the tension in her face falls. Are you okay?
I was just afraid y'all might not come.
Whatever, but like you were hurt. Are you okay?
Oh, yeah. I'm okay.
How did you just casually forget about that?
Well, I was in beast form,
Oh.
so it hit different.
It was but a flesh wound.
I was in beast form when he, right?
Part of it.
No, he fucked you up in human form for a little bit, and then you turned into beast form.
Yeah, and then I couldn't mess with you as much.
Yeah.
You just
I
tied
feel
me
like
up.
my beast form has like a healing factor maybe or something.
Do you still have a status?
I mean, probably, but it's been a week, so like, no. I don't know. Hard to say.
All right, where did I?
Yeah, what evidence of the attack is there? Either on Ada's person, in the shop, because things got a little rowdy in here a week ago. So what evidence is there of it?
I think on Reginald, he has like the equivalent of like a cast on two of his legs.
Mm-hmm. So duct tape.
Paper mache.
Thank you. Yeah, probably more like that. I'm guessing there was broken glass.
Yes, yeah.
And so there's not like glass all over the floor, but like there's like you can see I have not fixed the glass. And so like you can see that the glass is broken, like something has happened. And then I have like a like gauze like taped on the side of my neck, and it looks like if you didn't know what happened, it would be like, oh, she got a new tattoo or something, and it's like covered up. But it's on my neck, which would not really be Ada's style. And so yeah, like something went down.
Okay. Yeah. There's some redness, some swelling, but like you have it covered up right now.
I have a question.
Hey.
Because I'd like to show up to this event.
Okay.
But I feel like Dante wouldn't feel comfortable showing up again without being able to give them something to subdue him. Mm-hmm. Is there like a tranquilizer or something I can bring and give them
Sure. You could roll a change the game
Okay.
to see what you could bring. So 2d6. What could you add to this?
Could like Professor of the Occult help and helping me in
I-
figuring out what would subdue a vampire?
I actually narratively want to burn your Professor of the Occult tag because right now you're on sabbatical.
Oh, freaking shoot! Yeah, no, you're right. You're right. Okay, burned. What about Truly wants to do good? He wants to give his
Sure.
friends something that will help them
Sure.
against him. Okay, so +1. Freaking hell! I got a 4.
Okay. I think you do find some sort of tranquilizer, and you bring it and you're going to give it to them. But if they try to use it on you, it will be ineffective. But you do not know that, and they don't know that.
Well, my heart is there. Okay, cool.
It's the thought that counts.
Yeah. Hopefully things don't go bad again. Okay, cool.
And I'll say too, like, after asking Ada how she is, Ever kind of glances down to where the bathroom is and has like a quick flash of her like scooting back up against the wall as she was closing the bathroom door, trying to get away, and then like kind of like lightly shakes her head and looks back at Ada. Okay, what are we gonna talk about today? What's our book of the day? Woo!
I know that you're always hyper, but are you okay right now?
I'm fine.
I don't know why it keeps coming out like this because
I'm fine.
No, I'm good. I'm so good. I'm good.
Okay, but you're lying.
I wasn't the one who was hurt. You were the one who was hurt. I'm okay. I didn't do anything, but it's
Ada's
fine.
gonna reach her hand out and like put it on Ever's hands, assuming that Ever's talking with her hands. Mm-hmm. You don't have to be strong for me.
Ever like tenses and looks around.
Ada drops her hand back.
I need to find a book, and like Ever just like goes down whatever aisle is nearby, and just starts like looking in the corner, like arms crossed, fully backpack on. Backpack is completely zipped this time. It is not open with stuff falling out of it, and is just scanning books, but not. She's not seeing books.
I think that would be a great time for Dante to arrive.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I guess you hear a little like ding ding, like the little bell of the door. And he walks in, turns around, closes the door, takes a second, and then turns around, not wanting to meet their gaze, but just stands there with his hands up and says like, how do you react to me entering?
As soon as I hear the little ding-a-ling, that I like turn and have my back pressed against the bookshelf, arms crossed, and I'm like just watching.
Ada immediately turns around because anytime the bell goes off in the store, she turns around to greet whoever, and she just automatically says, "Hi, welcome in."
And Dante, again, not meeting their gaze, just with his hands up to show he's not a threat, just says like, "I'm okay. We need to talk."
Yeah, that's kind of an understatement.
Ever nods once and is waiting for you to move because she will not be walking in front of you.
Where would you feel safe with me? Or where should I go?
We can just sit in our usual spots. It's book club night.
Dante looks at Ever, sort of waiting for her response.
That's fine. I don't understand why you're looking at me.
nods and takes his usual spot.
Ever follows behind and sits in her spot with her feet up, with her backpack like against the front of her chest instead of on the floor.
I'm really glad that y'all both came tonight.
Dante just nods, still not looking at anyone.
So this is awkward.
It is, but we have to move forward. We are a team, right?
Yeah, we're the Avengers for sure.
No, I didn't say we were the Avengers. That's not necessarily what I mean by team.
Dante just like, I guess, takes this opportunity, says like, okay, I'm gonna cut to the chase. I'm sorry, and I have some explaining to do. I'm sorry for losing control. I'm sorry for attacking you. I never meant to hurt you.
And as he's saying that, like, you just see Ada, like, keeping her hand, like, on her neck and, like, kind of, like, rubbing it. And she's just nodding along to what Dante's saying, like, taking it in.
I guess then he looks, like, goes to his bag and pulls out this little injectable thing.
Like a syringe?
Sure, yes. And says, like, I didn't feel comfortable coming back without at least giving you something to take me down in the event that came up again. Not that it will. I am taking certain precautions, but just in case, wanted you to feel safe, wanted you to feel comfortable. And I guess hands each of them a little syringe with whatever concoction.
Okay. Ada and Everett do take these syringes?
Ada does.
Can you put it on the table?
Dante places it on the table.
Ever, like, grabs it as soon as it's on the table and puts it in her backpack. Can you just... I don't get this. Like, Ada, you'll just, like, casually turn into another thing in the middle of the night. And Dante, or Professor Nyx, whatever, you start sucking people's blood? Like, I guess you're a vampire? I don't... Like, no one in my family has any of these, like, stories behind them. I don't understand. What? And I want to know how the hell you scared the shit out of me and hurt Ada so much, but Ada had to go running in to save your ass when you were fighting that one guy in a basement that you chose to snuck into. So, is it just us that you can hurt? But, like, other people you're not gonna hurt?
I have this urge for blood.
Is it just women's blood? Like, you just want women's blood?
No. It's nothing like that. I usually keep my canister with me. I usually keep it filled. I lost it. Couldn't get my dealer to give me blood in time and lost control. But it's not a thing I should have put you through. I should have told you about this a long time ago. I just didn't know how you would think about me, how you would see me, knowing that we're so close, working together, and And I'm a monster.
Ever shrugs and nods like, well, duh.
How long have you been like this?
I honestly don't know when it even started. It feels like so long ago. It just started as this small thing. And it grew and grew. And I thought I could control it at first. I was like, okay, this gives me a little bit of power. Maybe I can use that to help those around me. And the more I gave in, the harder it got to control. But it doesn't matter. I should have told you about this a long time ago. It wasn't fair or safe for me to let this get this serious without y'all knowing. And it will never happen again.
Okay, so, like, are there any other secrets the two of you have? Because you both managed to just, like, randomly become insane, different creatures. And Ever, like, immediately, like, puts her back against the chair and is, like, wide-eyed looking at both of them. Because she impulse talked.
It's pretty weird for us too. And it's not super fun to open up about this side of, at least for me, myself.
Dante hears this and sort of for the first time realizes that other people also have this weird relationship. Like, it's not just him that has this weird relationship with himself and who he is, how he is. And very briefly, makes him feel less lonely.
Ever sits back and is like, well, I cannot relate. And as she's talking, she's opening up her backpack. She's started relaxing a bit. She's got one foot on the floor that is like... and she pulls out her bag of baby carrots and is like crunching into them. I cannot relate at all.
What up, Doc?
Ada just kind of looks at her. It's all very complicated.
Cool. Okay, well, look, I only have a little bit of spring break left, and then I have to go back to class, and I got an email today that you're not going to be teaching.
Yeah.
I swear, if you make Luca the professor?
Wait. Like,
While this is going on, Ada has grabbed like a croissant and she's just like buttering it and like she's like eating her popcorn, like watching the show. She's like, oh, this is gonna be good.
I guess this catches Dante off guard. Do you still want me to be your professor?
Ever just like looks at him like he's insane. With one raised eyebrow, shrugs. Yeah, I don't care if you drink blood. You're a good professor. If you let Luca teach the rest of this semester, I am not getting an A. And then you and I are going to have some big problems.
At that moment, you get a text from Luca. Do you look at it?
Sure.
Okay. The text says, I thank you so much for the opportunity to teach this course for the rest of the semester, and I promise you that I will not let you down.
Okay. I do not reply.
Okay.
I needed some time off. I realized I needed to reassess my game plan for things. Cannot be losing my cool and hurting my friends.
Sure, whatever. You're just like so intense about everything. Like it's just not that big of a deal.
You literally just said it was a big deal.
Well, I know that I said that, but like I actually witnessed it. The other students in the class are fine.
Well, I mean, sure, maybe, but like, how long does it take to recover from, like, what happened, Dante?
I don't know. I hurt you. How long does it take you? How are you doing? Are you okay?
Oh, I'm fine. She puts her hand on her neck again.
So he's just super confused. Like, so this is it? We're good?
I mean, I'm not the only monster in the group, so that's kind of nice.
I'm just really bored about talking about this anymore. Like,
Oh my goodness.
and Ever looks at her shocked because it feels like a mother scolding her. And Ever's like frozen, wide-eyed staring at Ada.
Ada, like, blinks hard. And she's like, oh my gosh. I'm sorry, my mom just came out. And puts her hand over her mouth.
Yeah, I think so. Grief.
But anyway, this conversation is important, so we can't just, like, skip over it because you're bored.
Dante's kind of like internally like kind of hurt and confused that this like inner dilemma he has with himself 24/7 is just like, hey, we're good, it's fine. And it's like just like feels like his own life is being downplayed with how much he hates like how bad things can get, because he like it's a part of him that likes it still, because like obviously, you know, power and all that stuff, but yeah.
So what has everybody been up to?
You cut to Dante's trash can at the apartment and all the empty, like, ramen cups, like, instant ramen thing. And then back, just meditating and learning about myself.
I've just been sleeping and reading. And hanging out with my brothers.
What have you been up to?
Thank you.
Ada?
Ah, good grief.
Well, I've just been, like, working on some shop repairs and updates. Been thinking about the case. But I haven't really found anything new.
I actually thought of something the other day that we totally forgot about, and I don't understand why we didn't look into it at the time. But do you remember that there were, like, the 3 deacons, or there were, like, multiple deacons, like, that kind of thing?
Mm-hmm.
And Ever is, like, talking with a pen and hitting, like, her backpack and the table and different things. Anyways, so there was one that mentioned, like, a charity. And we never talked about that.
Were you wanting to make a donation?
No, I'm not wanting to make a donation. We don't know what they do with their money.
Yeah. Most charities are corrupt.
Damn. And Ever
Yes.
just, like, nods.
The
Dante's
conspiracy theorist comes out.
Yeah, Dante's like, yes, lots of cults use charities as fronts for their business. Like, whatever.
Like, how did we skip over that?
I guess we don't have anything else to investigate at the moment. So, do you remember the deacon's name? I'm just going to point out that the CM could really help us out if he just told us the name.
Yararu.
Yaru.
Did I say that right?
Yararu.
Yororu.
Yeah, okay, this is coming from L/They Who Watch in the Shadows again. I know who it is. I don't want to talk about it. And they list 3 of the henchmen that guide the church. Yara Rue, who is charity department / foundation. Aaliyah Hiko, who's...
Akihiko Ikono.
Okay, that's very different than what I wrote. Fellowship and festivities, and Mr. Harry keeping up with the grounds. Do you think we've talked to anything?
I remember Harry.
Oh, was that Harry?
I think so. Do you have a picture?
I don't have a picture. Ask Luca.
Dante gets on
Cult.com.
Slapbook and looks up Harry and
No
sees
last
Harry.
name?
No, what was the last name?
It was Mr. Harry.
Well, sure. I mean, I guess let's just say he doesn't find anyone. He's not very
Yeah, I was about
successful.
to say, there are lots of Harrys, and you just start sliding through. all
Immediately
these
give
people
up.
on Slapbook.
It's a bad idea.
Did you check the church's page?
You should be the professor.
Ever shakes her head and goes back to
Do I have to roll
reading
for this?
Let It.
No, I mean, on the church's website, you find, everything listed about the
Staff. And
the
things
pastor,
Like that,
Caspian Marin, and then you see the 3 deacons and their pictures. You notice that Mr. Harry, the deacon of the grounds, is that man you fought in Caspian Marin's basement.
I remember Harry. Says Dante to Ever.
I remember the man that we fought in the basement was
Yeah.
Harry.
Do you think that's where he got his
If you
name?
know what I'm saying.
Sorry, that was very else.
Okay, so that was the person you fought then.
Yes.
Cool. So they're gonna have great things to say about all of us.
Well,
They'll probably have nothing to say about you.
or you,
True.
if you're in your human form.
That's true. You make a
He'll
good
definitely
point.
have lots of stuff to say about me.
That's okay. We all do.
Wait, do you think he was in his human form that night?
Whatever that was not human.
Would he have a knot?
I mean, he appeared human.
Yeah.
There was a bestial side to him. Like, his hair was,
Coily and
coyly wrapping, entangling. He yelled at you, and you can kind of see his teeth, became sharpened as he yelled at you. But he wasn't like
as
a
he
beast.
yelled, they sharpened.
Yes.
So what do you want to do, Ever?
Why am I in charge?
Because you're the one that came up with the deacon storyline.
Damn it.
I feel like I gotta win trust back. I don't want to lead anything.
That's true. I wouldn't let you lead anything. Ada, on the other hand, I'd follow her anywhere.
I don't know that you would.
Wow. I mean, I guess I can kind of understand where you're coming from. I do sometimes let things come out of my mouth that the filter should have caught. Anyways, that was my version of an apology.
Apology accepted.
Wasn't apologizing to you. So, okay, I don't know. I feel like we should just talk to this person, right? Or I don't know, raid her house.
To Harry? Wait, to
Not
her?
Harry. Yeah. Yara Rue.
Oh, okay. Do they have a charity event coming up soon?
Oh, that's a good idea.
It just so happens that they're having a give-a-thon downtown.
A give-a-thon? Those are my favorite.
Give a ton?
Nah.
Wow, that was a SpongeBob laugh. What is the give-a-thon? What does it entail?
Yeah, it is just the Church of Second Life. They have their little donation centers throughout the city, but this one is kind of a big, almost like a flea market. You can come give your stuff to the church, you can buy stuff. It's just a big fundraising event. There's music, there's food. It's a big kind of just charitable giving festival.
When is it?
Right now.
Tomorrow.
So we just go and give stuff?
Or sell stuff?
Or get
I'm
stuff?
sure they'll have event. Maybe they'll have like right like auctions and stuff. Like, oh, you get a
Or like it sounds like a craft fair type setup.
craft fair,
Like a Pollyanna situation?
So not like the rich people charity events
No,
with
it's
the
like open
silent
air.
paddle thingies.
No, yeah, it's like an open air. People come and they're like, "Here, take this couch. I don't need it anymore." And the church is like, "Oh, thank you. We'll sell this."
Okay,
Oh.
I see.
And then they turn around and like throw it in there for people to buy and stuff.
So they get it for free and then they like price gouge and like charge like $80.
Yes.
Almost like
The Goodwill way.
What?
Oh.
Oh, Kari, I'm so sorry.
But it's cheap.
Yeah, because they don't pay their employees.
Okay.
Damn.
I'm sorry.
Holy crap, dude! We're having a tough night.
Hello, friends, and welcome to episode 9 of Maple Valley Chronicles. I'm your host, David White, and happy Martin Luther King Jr. Day. I hope that you are planning to participate in a march or a service project or, something that would just help your community on this day where we recognize a great man in our nation's history. As we continue to live in a reality where men who said that the Civil Rights Act was a mistake, a great mistake in American history, and as mass federal agents keep targeting communities of brown and black skin colors, I hope that we are continuing to fight for MLK's dream and for the eventual realization of a non-racist society, an anti-racist society, if I may be so bold. But yeah, this stuff ain't normal. This is not a normal time that we are living in. These are not normal. This isn't normal. None of it's normal. Contact your representatives. Keep contacting your representatives. Let them know that this is not normal and it has to stop. Has to stop. And you know what? While we're here, let's take care of some housekeeping stuff. We are actively getting ready to record Season 2 of Maple Valley Chronicles. In fact, after I'm done recording these show notes, I'm going to be recording something for Season 2. But hush, I won't tell you what that something is because it's so secret. Even our patrons don't know about it. And speaking of our patrons, we want to pay our performers. We want to pay them $5 for every hour that we spend recording, and we can only do that if we get more money on our Patreon. Right now we have around $150. We're wanting to get to $300 a month. We are halfway there, guys. If you could chip in any amount, it would really help us get to this goal so that we could pay people for spending their most valuable commodity to make this show, time. And I would like to repay them for the time that they spend helping make this content, play these games, and, make this show that you enjoy listening to. So if you enjoy our show, if you like the people behind our show, please consider clicking the link below in the show notes, going to our Patreon, and giving any amount that you can. In fact, if you go and give at least $5 a month, you'll be able to access our After Hours RSS feed, which it sounds salacious, but it's actually just, early access to our content and exclusive content, like what's going to happen at the end of this episode for our patrons only, is that they're going to be able to listen to our Geek Out During the Credits session. And if you're not familiar with City of mechanics and rules, this is where we sit down, we do some mechanic stuff, like some quote-unquote level up stuff. But we also have some out-of-character discussions. We discuss theories. We talk about what was that? What is happening? What's going on? And things like that. So if you want some more behind-the-scenes content, please go give $5 on our Patreon. It would really help us out, really help us reach that goal. And there's some goodies in it for you if you do so. And you know what? I have to shout out somebody that has stepped up recently. I want to shout out Jay Gatsby. That's right, the one who throws the exorbitant parties, but money will never fill the void that was left in his soul by... I actually can't remember what made him such a sad boy. It's been a long time since I've read that book. I read it in high school, but I know the moral of the story is rich boys are sad boys too on the inside. Am I wrong? I can't be wrong. I have to be right. Anyways, thank you, Jay Gatsby, for helping us out. I hope that you're enjoying listening to the entirety of Season 1 of Maple Valley Chronicles. And I hope you enjoy listening to our interstitial side quest series featuring the Legend in the Mist system, also by Son of Oak, and featuring a little Lord of the Rings story for anybody that is interested in that. And that is all of our show notes. Let's get back to the episode. Let's see, how's the crew going to deal with everything on their plate?
Fast forward to it.
Sure, we can cut forward to the next day if everyone's okay with that.
Okay.
So we cut forward to the next day at the Church of Second Life Give-a-thon fundraiser extravaganza bonanza. And it is downtown, so it's actually not too far away from the Kindled Nook. It is in this part of the old town where there's cobbled walkways. The gas lamps have been replaced with like electric lamps and stuff. But it's early morning when you come down. There are a bunch of booths set up. There's a long line of people coming to donate stuff, some trucks with furniture and old washers. And you see all these things are lined up. People are already milling about, kind of putting things in baskets. You just see there's like a little stage set up and somebody's up there, like Reverend Tom with his guitar, just playing a song. And like there's some kids running around
Reverend
and playing.
Tim Tom?
Yeah, Reverend Tim Tom from the middle.
Great.
And you just see like this air of festivity.
I think as we're like walking up, there's a booth with books. If you were to go and like look closer, you would see that like all the books are like brand new; they're not used. And Ada annually gives books to this give-a-thon. Of course, nobody in the group would know, but she does this because she has that whole complex of like, she's got to make up for something and she's not sure how to do that or like whatever. So anyways, she gives these books annually kind of like under the table, so to speak. Like nobody
Like
really...
anonymously?
Yeah.
Okay. Ada, you clock that as you walk in, like these are books that you've donated? Okay. Is there anything else that in the booths that sticks out to one of you?
There's a booth of bunnies and Everett just goes, no, just kidding.
No, I was legitimately thinking though if there was
Like
like
a petting zoo or something.
or well, I hadn't thought of a petting zoo. That's not a bad idea either. I think there's like a section with like Easter basket decorations around it, and then there is a petting zoo, and Ever goes bunnies and runs to where the bunnies are.
Does she
like
run or does she hop?
she's skibbities. She skips.
She skibbity toilets over there?
And she skips over from her perspective. From other perspective, it might look like a hop, and opens up the petting zoo gate and sits down, and like all of the bunnies come like into her lap, and she is just like golden retriever energy.
Yeah. I want at some point the following scene to happen, that like everybody's like doing something and they look over to the petting zoo, or like you call out from the petting zoo like, hey guys, and they all look over, and you're like holding a Flemish giant, like by its big fluffy chest and like its big old butt hanging down almost as big as you, and you're just like a huge smile on your face as you're holding this giant bunny. Is there anything that catches Dante's eye?
The blood station. There's a blood donation.
Blood donation.
Blood donation station. I guess we've already established that like religious artifacts or decorate, like whenever he went to the church, it wasn't like it hurt him, but he could feel.
Yeah.
So like, I guess he just feels, like I don't know, his body somewhere shouldn't be.
Just uneasy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like but other than that, I don't think there's anything that catches his eye.
Yeah.
Like that.
Yeah. Okay. So you were just all milling about?
Can I investigate and look around to see if there's anything fishy, or if I can
what
find out where name, please?
Yararu.
Yararu is?
Yeah, I'll say that as you arrive, Reverend Tim Tam ends his song, and he like plays a little riff, and he's like, "Let's give it up for the man of the hour, Reverend Caspian Marin!" And Caspian Marin walks up. There's polite applause and people clapping for him. He walks up. Hello, welcome, citizens of Maple Valley. I am so happy to see so many of you out here today, raising money. As you all know, we are getting closer and closer to the most important celebration in our religion, the resurrection of our Lord and Savior. And I just thank you so much for being here. The money that you are giving is going to help us evangelize and to reach more people this year than ever before. And then there's lots of applause and applause and applause. And I just want to take a moment to say thank you to the woman who put all this together. Yara, where are you? And like there's looking around and everything, and you see a woman with dark brown skin, black hair kind of falling down her shoulders. She's dressed very nicely. She has a very nice suit on, just like a businesswoman kind of look. And she holds up her hand. Yararu, ladies and gentlemen, our deacon of charity. We could not have done this without you. Thank you so much, Yara. And she like bows her head very lightly. There's people applauding and clapping next to her. And Caspian Marin says, "All right, now, I don't want to tell you to spend your money, but please spend your money and help out the church. It is for a good cause. But I saw that there is a very comfortable looking couch over there. Nobody get that one. That one is mine." And there's like some polite applause. And then he walks down and Reverend Tim Tam keeps playing. So, Dante, you clock where Yararu is.
I guess what's our goal here? Well, I mean,
I don't know.
I imagine there would be volunteers that are not necessarily as, like, you know, decorum, hush hush, don't talk about these things. They're just there to help, but know a thing or two as people that work close with them.
Sure.
But are not part of the circle, you know, the deacons.
Okay.
Maybe
So-
we can talk to them and get information.
Do you want to roll and investigate, Gian?
Yes.
Okay.
Luring charm, handsome, professional. Sure, let's do it.
Yeah, all three, sure. Go ahead.
6, 5, so 11 plus 3, 14.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Yeah, you get 3 clues. What you want to ask me?
Are they making a sizable amount of money from these things?
A sizable amount of money. Yeah, so you go ask somebody, like, how much money does a church make off this thing?
Oh, this is great. This is a great event. How much money do these, bring in?
And they're like, oh, I don't know. This is the main fundraiser the church does every year. I mean, it has to be 100,000? Maybe above that? But it's huge.
That's
It
very cool.
does a lot to help fund everything the church does in the city.
Did you say like 100 or 1,000, or did you say 100,000?
100,000.
Good lord.
Ka-ching, ka-ching. Are they publicly... Is there somewhere that, like, has that, like, a little poster of, like, these are the things we've done, like, accomplishments and stuff?
Yeah, sure. I'll say that up close to the stage where the music is being played, there is some sort of poster that details, like, last year we raised this much money. It's like $175,000 or something like that. And it's, this is what we did with the money. We delivered meals for Thanksgiving. We gave out gifts for Christmas. We patched Sister Eloise's house when it flooded, and like all this.
Sure, and I guess
stuff.
I mean, can that be a part of the same question of like, does that add up to what the first, like, what the amount of money they're getting, and like, does it seem like it would cost that much to do, or is it lowballing based on the money they're getting?
There seems to be something kind of fishy going on with the church's resources. Like, you saw this poster of everything they're giving money to, like Thanksgiving meals, giving Bibles to the schools, and all this stuff. And it's like, but there's still a lot of money that's not, like, it doesn't account for in here. Of course, with your resources and where you are right now, can't really look into that. However, in the future, with other resources in a different location, that is definitely something that could be investigated further.
Okay. Can I learn, like, who's getting the money, and if it could be, like, sort of like a circle of, like, it looks like we're helping a lot of people, it looks like we're using all this money for the community, but really it's like a specific group of people for the money to stay within, or something like, is there something like that?
Absolutely. By asking around, by looking at the pictures of like who donated, it's like this money is being spent on people who are of the church, like in the church.
Okay, so not many from the outside of the church.
Yeah.
And not being used to evangelize, apparently. Like he's saying, if it's just used for people in the church.
Very interesting. Okay, I guess that's the 3 questions.
Okay. So you're walking around doing that. Ever, you're in the what's it called? Pet shop?
Petting zoo?
Petting zoo. You're in the petting zoo. You hear a very frantic, "Oh no, get back here!" And you see this pig just like rush past in front of you, and you see this
Very good pig.
guy running after it, just no, just trying to catch this pig as he's running through the petting zoo.
How big is this petting zoo?
I mean, it's big. It's big enough for a pig and a rabbit.
Ever, like, gets the little bunnies off of her and runs there too. You have to stay calm, and manages to, like, pass the guy and the pig, and then, like, gets in front of the pig and is like, "Hi," and just, like, sits and smiles, and the pig, like, stops and sits and, like, matches her energy, and then she's like, "Oh, it's such a good piggy."
Yeah, and you're just scratching and loves it so much. And this person walks up, and he's sweating. He's like, "Oh, thank you so much for stopping him. He got out of the pen over there. Oh boy, I just lost him. Sorry, Akihiko. Nice to meet you." And he like holds out his hand to shake your hand, and he's dressed very plainly. He is of Asian descent, and he just has just a radiant smile as he reaches out his hand.
Oh, sure. Hi. I'm Rachel Cannon.
That is, and he like grabs your hand, a beautiful name. I've never heard such a beautiful name before. Well, thank you for helping me with Bessie. I'm gonna get her back to the crate. What brings you on out here?
Oh, we were just like, me and some of my friends, we just heard about it and we wanted to check it out.
Oh, well, have you never been?
No, I haven't.
Oh, this is great. Oh, there's some food that you have to try. Are you hungry?
I am always hungry.
Of course you are. Come on, follow me. I'll show you where it is.
Okay, but like, tell me what you do. And they're like walking.
Yeah. And he's very chatty, very amicable. Well, I don't do that much. I just make people feel welcome. Whenever we have potlucks, I'm in charge of making sure everybody brings something. I love a good beef stew with some carrots and some beef and potatoes in there. That's besides the point. But I just help people feel welcome and just. My official title is I'm the Deacon of Fellowship.
Oh, and Fellowship is, and she like kind of points to everything like this.
Well, yeah, so this is a little bit crossover between me and Yara's kind of area. Yara's in charge of charitable giving, but, you know, this is a little bit of fellowship, too, so we kind of do it both, but, you know, I'm not one to brag and stand in the spotlight or anything, so that's more of Yara's thing. I'm okay with it.
So, like, what do you do for fellowship stuff?
Well, potlucks. We go to the bowling rink every Thursday. We'll have guys' night outs. We'll have women's night outs. We'll have family night outs. We'll have church night outs.
A lot of night outs. Where do y'all go?
The bowling rink. We go to the park. We go to the little water park there on the river. It's just so much fun. Have you ever jumped on the big blob thing and then somebody jumps on you and launches you into the water?
No, it's always looked so fun, but like my family just can't really afford to do that kind of stuff.
He like places his hand on his heart. Well, Rachel, I want you to come. I will have a ticket waiting for you at roll call, and you just come right on in. Tell them your name, and they'll give it to you.
Oh, that's so kind. Can I bring my brothers? They're like 9. They're really, really sweet.
Oh my gosh, of course they're welcome. They would have a ton of fun on the blob.
Okay, that's so great. The cannon's coming to you on Friday night.
I look forward to it.
Okay.
And then they're like, no, Bessie! And he runs off to go get her. Meanwhile, Ada, what are you doing?
Feel like you cut to Ada and she is walking among the stalls, just kind of like looking, observing. She's got her roasted corn that she's eating because she felt like she should spend some money for the church.
Sure.
But she's very much like staying to herself, but definitely observing like all the different booths and like the different goods and just trying to kind of take it all in.
Okay. And as you're walking, taking it all in, you almost walk, well, you kind of do walk into somebody. You kind of bump up against their chest.
Sorry.
And you look up and you see Harry, the big black beard, the black curly hair flowing down over the back of his head onto his shoulders. He has a kind of tan shirt on underneath a black leather vest, his black leather pants and boots. And you bump into him, he looks down at you, and he just growls a little bit. And that is where we end tonight's episode. End of episode. Thanks for listening to this week's episode of Maple Valley Chronicles. Our next episode will be released on February 2nd. If you have social media, you can find us on Facebook and Twitter. Like and follow us at Misconceptions Pod for up-to-date information about the show, teases about other shows or content, or just to tell us what you like about the show, because your positive reactions fuel us. We also have a Discord. You can click the link below to join our Discord so that you can connect with other fans of the show and chat directly with our cast members. We also have an email. If you would like to contact us that way, you can email us at misconceptionspod.com. This show is fully supported by the generous monthly donations of our patrons on Patreon. If you would like to join that elite group of supporters and gain exclusive access to exclusive audio, please consider joining our Patreon. The Misconceptions theme song was composed by Aaron Wharton. You can find out more about his music on www.aaronwharton.com. All other music used in this episode was composed by Christopher Thomas Richardson. You can find out more about his music at www.instagram.com/Christopher Thomas Richardson. All one word, all lowercase. Ada Belle was played by Kari White. Professor Dante Nyx was played by Gian Ortiz. Everett Bundt was played by Tessa Wolford. And I'm David White, your master of ceremonies. The role-playing game system used in this production was City of Mist, an RPG published by Son of Oak and created by Amit Moshe. Thanks for listening to this episode, and keep it nerdy, y'all.